In a world where everyone is shouting to be seen, there are a few who whisper, and somehow they are the ones who truly see. Let me tell you about the quiet ones, the invisible souls who never post, never announce, never compete for attention. Yet their silence carries more depth than 1,000 words. What do they know that the rest of us have forgotten? Why do they choose to vanish in a world obsessed with being seen? Every morning the world wakes up to noise, screens light up like sunrise, and billions of fingers begin their daily ritual, scrolling, typing, posting. Breakfasts are photographed, sunsets are filtered, and pain is disguised as poetry. It's beautiful in one way, how connected we are. But beneath that endless connection, there's a quiet exhaustion, a hunger to be heard that never seems to end. Because when everyone speaks at once, no one is really listening. And yet, somewhere beyond the algorithm, there are people who have chosen another path. They watch in silence. They live, but they don't broadcast. They think, but they don't announce. They feel, but they don't seek validation. These are not the forgotten ones. They are the remembering ones. To be unseen today is not an accident. It's a choice, a quiet rebellion against a world that confuses presence with posting. They understand something simple yet rare. Not everything needs to be shared to be real. Not every joy needs an audience. Not every thought needs a caption. They've learned that when you stop performing, life starts feeling real again. Silence for them is not emptiness. It's a mirror. In that mirror, they see who they truly are, without filters, without noise, without applause. But make no mistake, these people are not shy. They are strong. It takes courage to resist the pull of visibility. It takes discipline to live quietly in an age that rewards the loud. They are not hiding. They are protecting their peace, their focus, their energy. They have built an inner world so rich that they no longer crave the world's reaction. When you live like that, you realize how heavy it was, carrying the need to be seen all the time. The quiet ones have laid that weight down. Sometimes people mistake their silence for emptiness, as if to be invisible means to be irrelevant. But silence is not absence. It's awareness. You see, noise is easy. It's instant. You can shout anything and be heard for a second. But silence demands patience, self-trust, and depth. It's the sound of someone who no longer needs to prove they exist. Think about it. The trees outside your window, they grow without posting their progress. The moon moves through its phases without announcement. The ocean doesn't tell you when it's calm or when it's raging. And yet, they are all undeniably alive. The quiet ones live the same way. They don't show you their every moment because they are in their moment. They don't record life. They live it. Somewhere deep inside them is a knowing that the things which matter most can't be seen through a lens. Love, gratitude, peace, understanding. These are things that grow in silence. They don't chase recognition because they've already found meaning, and meaning doesn't need an audience. There's a kind of wisdom that comes from restraint, from choosing not to comment on everything, from holding thoughts until they ripen into truth, from realizing that most of what's loud today will be forgotten tomorrow. When you stop trying to be everywhere, you begin to be somewhere. When you stop trying to impress everyone, you start to meet yourself. And when you stop filling every silence with sound, you begin to hear life whisper back. Silence isn't weakness. It's not retreat. It's mastery. It's the art of knowing when to speak and when to let truth speak for itself. The quiet ones don't disappear because they're lost. They disappear because they've found what others are still searching for. A stillness that can't be captured. A presence that doesn't need proof. A peace that doesn't need performance. So if you ever find yourself feeling invisible, remember this: to be unseen in a world addicted to exposure is not a failure. It's freedom. You don't need to announce every victory. You don't need to decorate every wound. You don't need to show the world your soul to prove that you have one. Sometimes the deepest lives are lived quietly. Sometimes the most awake minds are the ones that sleep in peace. And sometimes the loudest truth is spoken in silence. In a world addicted to noise, silence isn't escape, it's mastery.